everything. It just be like, I know I don't have nothing to be nervous about, but knowing I gotta put my light up on my mic and this and that, and what if the mic don't work? What if
Yeah.
I can't hear the things on the headphones? And next thing you know, we gotta tell people, yeah, we did say we was going live today, but we actually gotta do it next week. Or I wasn't into all of that, you know. But now I am, I sitting down right in front of my salad,
Ah,
and having a good time. So, Zena, did you really like that drink last night?
yeah, but would I order it again? Maybe not.
It gave
It
me
was a
physical
little thick.
pain.
It was a little thick. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if it was the gin or whatever else was in that. I had like, I don't know. I had like, it I wasn't well.
It was a little thick.
My apple martini did not fail me though, so you know.
I mean, it was excellent as always. But I don't know. It had a weird texture. But did it taste bad? No. That's why I say,
No,
like,
it
was
didn't
it
taste bad. I just
tasty?
didn't like what it did to my
I
body.
again? Probs not.
But I will order that apple martini again and again,
Okay.
again and again.
When
Woohoo! Oh well, why on the thingy,
what
on the
on this?
thing? So like when you put the link out, how
No,
come? How
and I,
come like it don't
yep,
show the
that's
the, the
us.
video?
That's us. That's us. It did look like it didn't show it till I like got to it on the timeline.
Oh,
So I could see us, like I could literally see me pointing to the phone and showing it on the screen.
I don't know. Looking at it on my computer, I don't see.
Maybe it's the computer.
I can look on my hang on. Anyhow, let me retweet from my page.
Yeah. Yeah, on the oh no, I could see it now too. We have one viewer.
Boy, welcome to the party. Ah!
Woohoo.
Stay with us. We'll be
Yeah.
here for a while. Let me look.
The show is getting started, guys. I mean, if you're in here with us, the show is getting started. We're just giving a couple more people a chance to click the link.
You sound like car wash waiting for a couple more people to come in alive, you see?
Yeah.
I really like the waiting music. Dinner with Jay-Z. Oh, okay. Yes, I do see us.
Right? Okay.
And both of us dancing. Okay, so check us out. If you want to interact, if they want to interact with us, they need to see this. What I don't like
Yes.
because like they could, you can watch it here, but if you want to interact with us, um, you need to
Or tweet us or comment on the solid on Facebook.
or YouTube on the solid
Yeah. Or possibly our YouTube, but that's to be determined.
TBD.
Yeah, I realize it. So the face, like, I got two different numbers for viewers right now. You got a few viewers on Twitter right now.
Why you
it may,
laughing?
if you may not think you have as much as you do, but you got some viewers on right now. So
Whoop, whoop.
no
So
need to be nervous. Then
I
We
about
think
the
ain't
start.
nervous.
I think you should
Remember,
end that we should start.
no, I ain't anything, but remember when you eat dinner, you gotta put breadstick on the table, alright? You need a breadstick with garlic. Or I don't like when the restaurant just bring that regular bread and then you gotta put your own butter with the big knife. Sometimes I used to be into that, but a lot of time I just don't be into that.
You want the small butter knife,
I want I want
the
the
little,
No,
the
dinner
little, the little
he want
dainty
a
one.
fancy bread
I
that don't
want
need
the
the
dinner
butter,
roll where you try cut it but it mash the whole roll. That's what I
brother.
want.
Anyway,
I like
ah,
that's the dinner.
Man, you said something the other day. I was in the car listening to the radio. Oh my goodness. You was talking about thing? Oh, now I can't remember. But I was like, what this way dealing with?
Like
you don't know.
I can't remember no more.
um was I talking about being ugly? I have a few constant themes on my show. Being ugly.
Uh-huh.
Um
No.
there's a lot
It was
it's a lot
something that
about
was
being
actually
ugly.
happening. But now I
Um
can't remember what it is.
It's all
mm, but I
good.
can't remember. Was it Ukraine? Was it getting punched up in Miami? What was
That
it?
is, that is.
Who
You,
get
you,
punched up in Miami?
you get punched up in Miami?
I get punched up. And she said someone was current. It's a
Oh
recent current event.
man. I
Okay,
can't remember. I can't remember.
let's
So
let's
let's
get
just
let's get this party started.
how many people we have?
We have
This
seven
is
on TikTok.
seven.
Oh, big
Seven.
party. Big party.
All right.
Oh, hold on, wait. I didn't retweet it on my thing yet.
Okay. Okay. Y'all, we have just about like 6 more tweets to tweet, and then we got y'all.
Sweetest.
This way said
Tweet
the
us
movies.
if you're watching. What was your
This way said the
yellow?
movies, man.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Like they still show previews to the movie.
Yes, they
Yes,
do. You
that's the
don't go
best
to the
part.
movies?
Listen, since
Or
I've
you was
been
be
to
late?
Fusion, I've been to Fusion. I ain't been. I maybe been to movies once. It's one of those things where when you work a place, even though like let's say you work at a carnival, then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I like bouncing castle, but I ain't coming back, yo. Until I gotta wake, you know? It's just one of those type of things. One of
Okay.
those things.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. Oh,
Oh,
Ebony's here. Hi, Ebony.
hi, Ebony.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please comment so we could see the chat on the screen.
Yes.
It's gonna make me feel good. So just do that.
You got the whole government. Let me put a with the whole
Why?
government. It's with the whole government.
She
The
might
whole
as well put her
government.
license plate number on there too.
Little NID.
That's another bad peeve I have. And since we talk about the cost of living, is the social cost of buying things as well. Because it's no way in order for me to get a 10-piece nugget, you have to know my my national insurance number.
They
You
don't
gotta
ask for
see my
ID no more
ID.
like that, you know.
They still is asked for ID. It's like
They don't ask me.
I gonna like we was having some and I gonna pick up two pizza from that place over there, the orange one. And she take my card. I say, yeah, top it. She said I could get ID. She write my old driver's license number down on the thing. And I say, well, wow. Wow.
It's you. It's
If you
you.
wanted to swing me in the
Yeah, she
government
gotta do
system,
fraud. She gotta go do
I,
some fraud.
Yeah, it's you.
you
Cause
gotta
I don't know what the orange pizza guys need your ID information for.
just to say, oh, in case this car don't go through, we can
You
find
buy
it
it.
They'll
You
know
buy the
for
that
them
$5
two
pizza.
for them two
yeah,
pizza.
honestly. Really,
You must buy the old store.
let's go that.
I did get
A what?
this sound wild, but I did get a triple meat. You know,
It does.
Uh,
Ebony,
sure.
you watching on the solid YouTube or are you watching on Dinner with JP YouTube?
Our next guest is here. So we really should.
Hey! Okay, we can get started.
Let's do it.
I just want to send, I gotta send the family chat the link, just in
Oh,
case,
shit.
when people want to see it. I don't know. What's up with this?
What's
Oh, wait. Okay, we can get started here. We can get started. I just want to send, Hi! I'm just like, Press S.
why?
Oh, okay. I hear reading the private chat.
I trying to figure out where this S is. Are we live now? No, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
We
Yes, we
laugh. We laugh,
Oh, we
baby.
live, baby. Yeah.
are.
Okay, guys. I am
Okay.
hearing things.
That was me.
Okay.
Heard some-
Okay. Just make. No, I don't have no more. Just making sure.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Hi, friend.
Okay. We about to get it started. So it's been a minute,
Okay.
everybody. It has been a minute. We were supposed to drop an episode last week, but we had some technical. But is it technical? I mean, technically,
Like,
it's no. We had issues. Okay, we both had some issues. We could not make it to have a episode last week, but we are here. We are live. We're doing a new thing. We're just trying
so
this
fun.
out. We'll see if we like it. So, if you noticed, we were gone. But Dinner with Jay Z is back with episode 9, and we love. And we are here, your hosts, Jasmine and Zina. Get it?
Yeah. Okay.
Jay Z.
Z.
So, to our returning guests, welcome back. We love y'all so much. Y'all been rocking with us from episode 1. We 9 episodes in this thing. One more episode to
One more,
go.
and season is done.
Send us $5 if y'all want us to have a season 2. Send it now, right now. I mean, it's sowing a seed, so
Yes. You
just do it
know.
now, one
Drop
time.
some in the super chat.
Exactly.
The people used to be giving Kevin Samuels a bunch of money. I want to tell y'all that. Like, I
But
don't know if
yet
y'all
he
ever
died.
used to watch them videos.
So what? I mean, like, what's the truth here?
He used to be making
I've,
some money.
But how he died with $0?
Cole, let me say she'll send a grand right now.
Mood, love it. So
So, if you're new to the podcast, welcome to the show. This is Dinner with Jay Z. We, we like to talk about things all over the internet that have to do with money, career, hustling. Even though Zena don't be on that hustling run, I be on the hustling run sometimes.
no
So
thanks.
all of the conversations that come up, if you were here for episode 1, we talked about the $200 date because it comes up all the time. I mean, I don't really know if people doing that right now, but we can get to that later on in the discussion. So if you decided to tune in today, tonight, or this evening, or if you live with us right now, thanks for joining us.
Today's dinner discussion is one that I am sure you are all having in your normal lives. I mean, I know I talk about it at least on a daily basis. If not, sometimes you might be talking about it with your family, sometimes you might be talking about it at work. But the topic today is the cost of living because it is too damn high. And like I tweet again every single day, the cost of everything is going up except our pay. And so that's what we're here to discuss today on today's episode. And of course, you guys know we always start with our rapid fire, this or that.
Boop, boop. But before we start, we have two gents with us on the show
Yeah.
today. We have to keep it a little even. We about to talk about prices going up, and they will impact women in some way, but they also will impact men in other ways. So we have two guys here
I,
to
I
balance us
don't
out.
I don't know why they would care.
Hun,
We
you don't
just
spend money. Please stop it.
send the money. Send me the money. I would
Eh,
like
If
to
you
have
don't
the
spend
money.
your money, just give me $500. Nothing
My child
fussy.
needs to go to summer school. I mean summer camp. So
And
mine
that's
I'm
run
only
them
gonna
3 weeks. You have
funds.
the next 3 weeks.
Run them funds, please.
yeah. Can we get some? Let's get some proper introductions, man. I think
okay. So we
you know.
have Cam, the comfort, our show producer,
And
engineer.
DJ extraordinaire.
And when we go out and you say we want to dance, that's what we're gonna listen to. You have to play like a
Dun dun dun
no.
dun! It's Cam the Comfort.
Yo, one of my favorite things to do is to hang out and talk with Jazz and Zena from time. So, getting into a real discussion and getting to put my 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 opinions with their opinions should be a fun time tonight.
It's gonna be
We
good.
also have with us our fave,
Yes.
our fave. I mean, I feel like every other episode we is called somebody our fave, and like we think.
I think
Are
so.
you the
I think
Anyhow, this our fave. I sorry to anybody who been on here before and we call them our fave. This
because
is
this
our
really the fave.
fave. Okay? Letting you all know. It's Leo. Everybody know. When it's his birthday, it just is go up. The internet is explode. Okay? So everybody knows Leo because Leo is everybody's friend. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name and your name happens to be Leo. So tell
That's it.
us, hello, Leo. Tell us a
greetings and
little bit about
salutations?
yourself. Like why are you here?
Greetings and salutations. Here because of impromptu sort of, I don't know what we would call that, but just having conversations, and we have a standard, fitness little situation going on. So these are the type of conversations all the time. So I was talking. Here I am.
Yes, it's gonna be a fun time.
So let's get
I'll do my
in.
best.
Let's get into our rapid fire.
All right.
So y'all know gas gone up. Are y'all currently filling up your gas tank, or are y'all just putting in whatever y'all used to budget in before?
I'm still feeling it. I just cry it afterwards.
You wealthy.
I mean, no, but like I have always been a fill it up girl. Like when I go to work out, everyone's like, "Oh, you still filling it up?" Because I just put in $20 and what that do. But like, okay, if you put $20 and what that do, like every day you putting in $20 at this point.
Putting in $20 every day pretty much was my life before the cost of gas prices. So, I mean, I don't know last time I filled the
Yeah.
tank, but I would put a some like now and again I'd put a substantial amount just to see where it goes. So it used to be a little game. They say I got a little 50. Let me see how far the 50 can catch. You know, because my dashboard is show like a number of
Mhm.
miles I have based
Mm-hmm.
on the gas. So I'd say
Okay.
let's play the prices right on this dashboard. See where this 60 could carry me. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a little game. But as far as filling it up, you know, filling it up. But it's you, this tank could get whatever I put in this, and we can see where this go. That's it.
Well, for me, I am a fill up person. But as of I've been like fill up adjacent. So like I'm fill up is obviously goes like beyond the but like be right enough. That's the extra five I have to put
Be like,
times.
sir, it's here. It's
Yeah,
filled.
that's
Full.
the best it's gonna get. But yeah, I fill up. I don't like the gas station that much.
See, exactly. If you fill it up, you have to go maybe once every week and a half or so. I mean, yes, my fill up used to be 55 and now it's like 70, but we move.
Yeah, and
We
we
have
ain't
to.
moving. I mean, listen.
I,
I mean, I have a different circumstance because I drive a hybrid vehicle, but I still put gas on my car, right? But pre whatever gas is today, I
6:30
was
nothing like that.
I was putting in $40 and I would fill my tank and that would last me for 2 weeks because I drive a hybrid car,
Yeah.
right? Right now I am doing $50 and it's supposed to last me 2 weeks unless I drive out west. But I also just told my sisters and my friend anything going too far out west, I'm not going. So we're not going to see Coco Plum. We're not going to see Island House until
Oh,
the
really?
prices. No, no, not until the prices go down. I'm sorry. And the
Oh,
policy have to change on taking photos in in Yellow Fella.
I mean, it has to anyway.
So, are you buying groceries or buying takeout?
I am doing a little bit of both.
I too
Yeah.
shame of this one. I too shame of this one.
What? You don't why you shame?
I just too shameless when it's like when I buy grocery, I'm like the end of the month big trolley full overlapping to the
That's
brim
me too.
One hot
And then I
pocket.
pull up
Type
when
of
I
thing.
pull up the cashier and they say $450.
But but because I work not close to home and my schedule is like not a 9 to 5, I have grocery home, but it'd be like, but I, I can't go home like that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to, take a little take outie, wouty a little bit, and do it
No,
like
you
that.
do
But
great.
I would love to be able to, hit a food store more regularly, but I just don't have it in me. Growing up, I used to have this thing where, mommy, you could send me to the food store any day except Sunday, and then it turned into I ain't going to no food store. You know,
Sunday, you know, I will if you go 7 o'clock in the morning.
that ain't enough, man.
But why you doing that? I mean,
Well,
like,
I
I mean,
I'm
Anyway, 7 o'clock in the
anyway.
morning.
You know, I'm up anyway
Yeah,
somehow.
no.
I don't know why.
Well, I do both, but I I'm not strong.
No.
So like, um, yeah, but I also like takeout, and I also like to sit down in restaurants. That's another thing.
As well.
I ain't even gotta say nothing. I ain't
Y'all,
gotta say
y'all,
nothing. Cause I don't
y'all,
want to miss a lie on myself again.
y'all know Jasmine is our resident dine outer. To say y'all know
I
I don't
like,
be up
I
like
like
that.
to go. I was lying. I didn't
30
mean to say
days
that. I did
later,
not
y'all
mean.
see Jasmine out to dinner with her friends.
I want to say on the pod. I actually want to. I want to make it very clear. I didn't mean to say that I don't go out often because remember that day we were talking about like splitting the bill and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I really meant to say that I don't go out with a big group of people often.
No.
That's
With
what I really
a
meant to say. I didn't mean to say
small
that I
group
don't
of
go out
people
often.
very often.
I really didn't mean to say that. But I mean, I go out to eat. Okay. I love to buy food. I like to cook
As
too.
well.
But really and truly,
Yeah.
number one, it's hot.
Yeah.
I don't
So
want to be in
cooking
my
more.
kitchen.
No.
Number two, groceries cost plenty. And like I've been trying to stick to my budget, but I realize I'm getting less and less things. So like I
Yep.
come home one day with grocery and I still couldn't really figure out what the hell I was doing with the things that I had. So
So that's the thing. Like you'll say, "Oh, let me stick to this budget. Let me go to the food store. Let me try to cook more." But you go to the food store, and from week to week, you spending the same amount of money. But week one, $300, you was coming home with at least 20 bags. Week four, $300, you coming home with 2 bags, maybe four. So it's like,
only four
and
of them bags small.
but the funny thing about it is, you, I as a person, I never used to look in them freezer. I know it, right? Or like where the fancy cheese is.
Definitely.
Where the fancy cheese is, do you know by the deli part? I used to look a little bit, and I used to be like, I could look, but I know I ain't getting this. Or I'll go by the freezer, and I'd be like, oh, pizza crumble or whatever. And I'd be like, maybe on a Friday I might get one of these. But now I don't even stop. Like, I don't even stop. I don't look. I just is go straight to where I need to go. So I mean, luckily it's
Hmm.
more
I
in
know.
and out thing for me. I remember when Zena did her TikTok with, I'm not a person that maybe I'm gonna have to adjust to this, but I'm not a person that know what things cost,
A
right?
lot.
I don't know. Like if I pick up a bag of rice and it say $8, I don't know that's supposed to be $4, right? I really don't know. All I know is when I go
You
home,
right.
and they say, Jesus Christ, that's what you pay for that? I say, well, that's like I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not unless it's some like absorbent, like you pick up something and it say 14.99 or like in the freezer, you would pick up one little box of hot pocket and you look say, hey, you can throw this in the oven. You see 23.99. You fling that right back in the freezer.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
But
But
if
it
y'all
But that's the
lasts.
thing. So for y'all saying noticing prices, I don't notice prices like that much. It's
I
a
don't notice
handicap for me.
individually, I notice it overall. So like in totality. Because you kind of know what you spend on average at the store. Like I know
Yeah,
if it's a big shopping week, I guarantee to spend $300. Now,
yeah.
if I go on a small shopping week and I still spending $300, then I know something wrong.
Facts.
Yeah, thing, same
That's
thing,
big
and
facts.
Mhm.
So, for the people who, are dating, unmarried, talking to someone or whatever, y'all Netflix and chilling, i.e., like y'all going and driving into people's house in this economy, or are y'all just moving in? I mean, because at this juncture, I feel like, y'all need to save gas. Somebody has to move in with the other person. I can't answer this one because
You already in.
I live where I use Netflix and chill.
Well, that's for me in my house. I'm ready to cohabitate in order to cut my expenses down, and I could cook y'all. So, you know,
yeah, definitely.
I'm ready.
Like when you think about, because somebody say, oh, let's go this place or that place, and then you be like, mother flip, that's gas, that's this, that's that. You know what I'm saying? And like you really start thinking about, um, so imagine if you with somebody and you had to drive to them. This is why people who live out east just off limits. You
Yeah,
know what
because
I'm
I'm
saying?
ship
And
already.
and Coral Harbor, like I don't
Oh,
even.
sorry
Oh,
to you.
Coral Harbor. What the girls would
Sorry,
say? Oh,
sorry to you.
block, block, block. Right? So like you start to think about, listen, you paying for this or that. Like instead of giving the gal a little 100, 200, you just say, man, I just could be here, I could, and then you deal with that or that or that and that. And like I could understand cohabitation or shacking up or whatever. I think when you put thought into it, and it's like, okay, you paying this, like I paying this in my house, you paying that in your house, and I helping you in your house.
Or
Let's
you
just
sleeping there
combine the
every
thing, right?
night.
Huh?
I say, are you sleeping there every night? If you sleeping there every night, but you still paying your rent, that don't make no sense. Let's
Right.
have one
Things
rent.
like that. I mean, but you still need a contingency plan because people are crazy.
Just
You know
save
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
money. Raise up a security deposit. That's all.
But okay, even I like y'all look like postpaid people, but even us prepaid people, or like you wasting your, you gotta charge your phone to call people in the night, right? It is hard up, boy, to your
Or you could just
BPL
roll
bill.
over and say,
So it's like if I could talk to you in person, that's even less on my BPL. 'Cause I ain't gotta charge my phone to talk to you in video call to stay clear. Any battery power, you know. That's how
Yeah.
I
oh,
feel about it.
brother.
I am all for the, I'm all for the cohabitation though. You know what I'm saying? But but I feel like there should be two different questions though.
But we have to
No,
check
listen, this is this or that.
yeah,
It's like you are either choosing to constantly visit a person's
visit a
house
person's
Yeah.
house
or
or y'all
move in.
deciding to move in.
We can
Which
talk more
one
about
was
all that later. What do you
yeah.
like if you had to choose, if you had a gun to your head, which one of those things you doing?
But hey, just give me a draw for my jaw keep it.
Thank you.
That's
Okay.
and I cool. Like that's all.
That's
That's
it.
all I need. That's all I need.
That's it.
So in the same vein of dating, relationships, and all that kind of stuff. So, married people, y'all could answer this one too. So is it still $200 dates?
Hmm.
Or y'all doing craving dinners at home? Or y'all cooking yourself? I, for one, we craving it. And I think craving has come to this house at least once every weekend. I am not ashamed to say that. I know, like it ain't gonna be going and fine dining every single week, but I'm going to eat something nice every week. Just
Yes.
saying. And I also ain't cooking. I already tell you like
It hot. It
I ain't
hot.
doing it. It hot and I on that
Hot.
run. Just saying.
I
Hot.
will admit, I just prefer to go for my food. I don't know what it is, but I just I sort of think around food. So like if I have 2 or 3 hours to run, I know I'm picking up while I go to area again. Like I'm back
But what if you don't have no errands?
after that thing last day. I am tired of doing it. There's always something that. So yeah, I just but other than something quick, I think I'm so I'll have like far to go with something. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm not, I'm not using it. I get them fees great.
So
Mm.
he's not gonna do a $200 date or use Craven or cook. He's just gonna pick up something quick that's in his vicinity.
He's going on a $200 date.
Yeah. Y'all know how he goes.
Mhm.
Y'all
Yep,
know like good things.
um,
I do.
I kind of, I think I notice money disappearing faster if it's hair there, hair there, hair there. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't really do too much, I don't really do too much. So I do like the $200 date where it's like, you live your regular life, tuna grits, slime bomb, cheese and bread. And then on a Saturday it's like sushi platter. You know what I'm saying? And I feel a part of me feel like it ain't a big why. Maybe I ain't getting my finances, but just whopping the 200 on a weekend, just whop that. Love yourself. I had my cousin, God bless his soul, used to just raw say, God damn, stop being cheap. So on the weekend we just whop that, and then we just deal with every and then we just eat tuna and grits
Should
for
a
the
week.
for the for through the week, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think when it's
Balance.
a regular thing too. So once because we talk about shopping, once you shop, you get your tuna and your grits. Through the week, you chip, 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 and it don't hate you on a Saturday to drop the 200. So I all about the $200 date.
Well,
I,
according
I don't do
to
the craving thing cause I'd be like, oh, I want a Subway sandwich, $50. What? I can't do the craving thing.
well,
I
according
see.
Not the surf
according
subway.
to according to
Excuse
on
me?
our
The
Twitter,
sushi Subway.
if they ain't cooking the meal less off, they still going on the $200 dates as well. So I guess everything might go up for everybody.
Listen, but you gotta make big jumps in life. You could go from tuna to sushi, and tuna is be in the sushi. So don't let nobody count you down or try make you small. Tuna is be in the sushi.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyways.
But it ain't albacore
You
tuna
think that is
in
be some fancy tuna to them sushi? That is me. What it called? Chicken of the sea. That is me. That's me. That don't even be Brunswick tuna. That that is me regular tuna in the big can, and they scoop that like that. They say, "What's your California roll?"
Don't say that.
California roll.
That is
I like that. Yeah. And then they get the crab salad. That's the thing about the sushi. You go for sushi. I think I sorry to go on a tangent, but it's like you paying really for the artistry and the art form of the sushi, really, boy. Because I actually wanted to start making sushi, and I was thinking about that when it's cooking yourself. But when I think about, because I bought a rice cooker, I get my tuna, I get my crab salad. I was about to buy the sushi mat, and I feel like, boy, am I gonna stand up there and take that rice and rub that on the thing and then roll that up and then try
Yeah.
eat that and say, "Ooh, that tastes good"? No, I ain't gonna do that. So I just leave that and let that there, man. It's just different things in life.
Oh God.
It's just different things in life,
Anyway.
I understand that.
Oh God. So, as you guys all know, our topic today is that everything is going up except our pay. I just thought that was very fun, but it's time to really get into the conversation. So, the first this or that question was about your gas. Like, do you still fill up? So, as of today, June 2nd, 7th, 9th, clearly I'm living in the future and the past at the same time.
Yeah.
As of today, the price of gas is currently $6.62 a gallon, depending on where you go. Because some places still have that $7.39, and I would first walk. But despite the fact that gas is that price, minimum wage remains at 5.25. And every time people ask, well, when are you gonna increase that? The answer is
Soon.
it's coming. So, how are we all coping with the increase in, the price of gas on a regular day?
Like I said already, I'm not feeling it too hard right now because of the kind of vehicle I drive, and I'm very grateful for the fact that I made the decision to get that car last year because, buddy, I don't know what was I might have been had to be catching bus,
I really want an
walking out in the
electric car.
puddle,
I want an
walking out in the
electric car.
flood, out on the road.
Hmm.
I see people with their pants roll up walking out to the main road. I would have to be doing the same thing. I just had to get some galoshes and I going to work on the bus way because how things going.
It's
First of all,
ridiculous.
I'm not going there so to get the $7 and nothing
Oh, well, I mean, I've
cents
always been a
gas.
shell girl and I'm going to remain a shell girl because it seems like, for the most part, shell seems to be a couple cents lower generally. But that $7 is just not going to happen. Now, if everybody's sitting $7, but if you seven and everybody else still six, goodbye.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I agree. I
Good,
mean, because wait,
goodbye.
that's a meal.
No, for true. And like, where are you realistically getting if you only was to put $7 in your tank? To work and home in one day?
Only
Very,
one day.
and that's also very bold of you to assume that with 1 gallon, depending on where you work,
That's true. Depending on where you work, you
you may
can
just
get
get to work.
and then I gotta call somebody to get me home. Oh.
Um, I don't know if I get into Jack, but just thinking about the pandemic. I remember when the pandemic, the curfew, the curfews just started. People was on the road during the day so heavily that people didn't have nowhere to go, but they was finding places to go and they was
That's
driving up and
that's
down.
cheap.
And it was crazy, right? And to fathom that gas is now, raising, and the amount of cars that's still on the road with
Still
virtual, with hybrid, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't feel it or haven't felt, these high prices because a lot of people work from home still. Thank the Lord, hallelujah,
Hmm.
or they on a hybrid or whatever. But I just can't imagine seeing the amount of cars we see today with those high gas prices. And I like to look at the bright side of things because I feel that we really have too much cars on the road. We have too much lemons on the road
Yeah.
still, right? The
Hmm.
fact that everybody in the house have a lemon, you know what I'm saying? Everybody lemon could prank in different ways. We definitely could carpool more. You know what I'm saying? We definitely could. I feel like some cultures have a carpooling culture,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But we kind of bougie over here too. It's like we could carpool, especially if you have a friend group, right? I have a friend group. A lot of my friends live on the same street that I do, right? And if I have a friend group, all us could say, "Wait, you put this, I put this. That's the tank." And we go to work, we come back, we bubble like that. It takes some organizing and coordinating, but the
Yeah.
same way the pandemic made people stop going to work so heavily and do virtual, and you know what I'm saying? Hopefully these high prices get people to get creative with how they move about the country anyway, because it's way
Yeah.
too much cars on the road. I want to see some creativity due to being break, and that's something I When you break, get creative. It
Well, I
is.
mean, for me, like how you said, it's even though I'm still filling it up and the cost is a lot higher, I am using my gas less because at work we still on rotations. And my rotation is kind of crazy. So sometimes for the month, I don't really have to go in office at all within that month. So even though I spend in $70 when I do fill it up, it lasting a lot longer because if I don't have to go to work, some days I would not move out my house.
Mm.
That's right.
So
That's a luxury
Yeah.
because right now a lot of people don't have that option. I for
no, a
one,
lot of people they back to work already.
I been back to work.
Yeah.
So
So
like the whole idea of people being hybrid and being virtual, that's only for a
that's
certain set of
what
people,
I love
right?
too. It is.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing for me. Like I'm still working from home, so that is how I've been. I'm pretty
Yeah.
because I don't have to as much in traffic. And like me, I try to pick the times. Like I mean, there's traffic at any time, right? But at certain times, it's much.
Much.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I would try to go at those like lower times than high. Yeah, that's how I've
Yeah.
been trying to be.
I
I
And
mean,
love
then,
that for y'all.
it's
like and
like
like what it says too. If I hanging out with my friends, a couple of us live not too far from each other. So every time the same person wouldn't drive, we would be like, "Hey,
mm,
stop for me on the way." And so like that, every time you hang out with your same friends, everybody don't have to drive for true.
mm-hmm, definitely. But then it go into another conversation is, man, I ain't ready to climb on. Let's jump up
Well,
and
then
go.
everybody just gotta go home.
You know what I'm saying? But it
Or
runs to these things.
Or
I
or you just
mean,
gotta take one for the team, but everything don't always
Yeah,
gotta be, this
me.
individualistic way of
individualistic.
thinking of things. Like, come on, man, if you out with your
Mm,
friends, just chill out for a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
you could be mad, but be mad in your corner, let everybody else
that's
have
mm,
it.
some fun for a little bit.
But
mm.
that's like
But
my
like, I'm amazed that all y'all live on Sesame Street and everybody, friends
big
live so
Cartoon
close to
Network
them.
energy.
they don't live like I'm not saying they live in the same street, but
They
they
live
live they live
close,
pretty
close,
close,
close
right?
enough.
Like less than a
Nah,
10-minute drive.
Yeah,
So
it ain't
it
called
ain't a
out, but
big
the
it ain't a
being
big
time.
deal. Yeah.
bro,
Well, Coral Harbor
Mm.
is a long distance
absolutely
relationship.
We need to
no.
talk to somebody who lives Coral Harbor. I actually know somebody who lives pretty deep in Coral Harbor, and just to think about, because this person I know they work downtown, they live Coral Harbor. To think about,
They
I
you
would
need
know,
to
need
their
move.
oh they need
They
to
how
be
need to
up or to
move.
move.
I mean, but like just how their commute was then versus now, because the person I know, it seems that they only travel out of Coral Harbor. Now, once they make a trek, they get a big bike, everything they
Yeah,
need, because
because
they
when
can't go
you
back
Oh,
home during the day.
facts.
when
You
you think
know?
about it too, like it ain't even really nothing in that area. Like if you want to get something to eat, Domino's or you better get in that kitchen. Like
Within and
but I
within
feel, but I feel the creative aspect gonna have to be, all these new homes they say they want to build for the young people and everything. The city have to shift. You know what I'm saying? The city have to shift. The businesses gonna have to. Well, businesses hopefully gonna see the appeal of being more out west. But then with that shifting, I see some infundiferous pothole with this water. I don't even know if that's a real word, but that fits some of the hole I see in these road with this water.
Infiniverse.
Infundiferous. All right? It
Mm-mm.
is, and
Mm-mm.
these holes appearing out of nowhere,
Mm-mm.
because of the water, but these scary hole. Like you ever miss a hole and you say, "Oh Jesus, I thank you," because you missed that hole. And if you'd have hit
I
that
slept
hole,
today, I ain't gonna lie.
you
you
was
was
gonna
just
get
that
swallowed. And
whole.
you don't know. See, I drive this road every day. Where this big scandalous hole come from? You know what I'm saying? And so
This is
so
passion.
so so hopefully all this kind of get everybody creative to say, all right, let's kind of space the whole Nassau out a little bit. Let's get the roads better
Yeah,
and let's drive less all these kapranks. Because I break down in front of Lakeview the other day, right? This was in my car. This was a car what I had in the yard. And I say, but let me, start the car, let it wake or whatever. So,
And
just in case it's the backup car. I going to buy the battery, blah 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 blah, and I rum tum 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 bum 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 in the front of Lakeview, where that roundabout is, where it is be scandal by fusion and the obscenities
that is the
that was
worst.
you know what I'm saying? And to know that like a lot of people driving different pranks like that all over the place. Imagine if it was a Tano snap and they say everybody with a parcel over 10 years cut off. Imagine the chaos and apocalypticness on the road. Somebody drive past me and say, "Stop buying lemons," and I was very ashamed. But I
Mm.
but I realized, boy, a lot of people be buying these lemons and they just be all over the place. And I seen a lot of cars broken down now. Like I drive around and I see this broke down, that break down. Everybody just breaking down all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And that's more money. The
To be
corner,
that
the
person,
economy red, boy.
it weird, but then I think like for the average person, because we talk about like 525 per wage, like can afford. Say like no lemons, but that's the only thing they could bring in or even put on label. Um,
Yeah.
to think like be an over shift in the system, and they're saying like no,
Mm-hmm.
it rough.
And then even just thinking about the fact that there are people who are making $5.25 an hour, right?
I don't.
How are they putting gas in their
It,
car
oh, for real.
right now? I mean, like, so number one, I mean, all expenses aside, because there are many expenses, right? You got to put gas in your car now. And for what you make in an hour, you can't even put a gallon in your car. And
No,
that's crazy. That's absolute madness.
that's
Shout out to Steven Shin when he actually commented. He said, "Tell Jazz we break and we can stay in our lane."
But
Um,
Stephen is be walking. He's be walking every
every
day anyhow. So
yeah, trust me.
I ain't worrying about
He
him.
is very frugal. When I was in university, we did this project or experiment that was done worldwide called the poverty line experiment, which was then adopted by influencers around
what
these
I don't
parts.
die.
This they call it dying on the line, right? It was called the poverty line
Uh,
experiment. Before then, and it really rough to survive on that that amount of money,
Yeah.
right? But it does feel a little extreme to the point, right? But when you think about the reality of it, it's rough. And like what I'm trying to say is I applaud the people who is get to work, get to the pharmacy, get to the food store and do everything what they need to do on their money and they sacrifice. Those the people who I like to help out, who I like to see do things, right? And it's always crazy to me. I could put gas in my car, I could burn air condition, I could move around, but I just don't want to go nowhere, right? But the people who catching bus and hiking, they just go to the pharmacy, they just go to the hospital, then they just be all over the place. And I just be like, shout out to y'all. I want more things to happen and a betterment for y'all. But for the people who's cry break, I don't care about y'all.
Wow.
Ah.
I don't care what people who's cry break me, because I know
Wow.
it is to be break, and I know it is to make it work, and I see people make it work. But so shout out to people who making it work, doing the best. Hopefully, people's heart could be extended with seeing these high prices and everything. It could be a paradigm shift
Mm-hmm.
that but I mean I don't know if I given much people no ride, but I hope that more
None.
no
people
right.
give rides and be more generous. You know what I'm
Buddy,
saying?
I ain't giving no ride. I ain't giving
Not,
no
not
ride. It's too much funny things that this be happening.
yeah, not indeed.
Yeah,
Next
that's
thing
what
you
happened.
know, niggas pull out
Not
gun and tell me keep
get out my
burning.
own car.
No way. No way.
Since Juan
Can't
brought
do
up
that.
the Dine on the Line challenge, how are we all coping with the increase in grocery prices as bougie shoppers?
I ain't coping. I suffering. I
Although
tweeted that.
I
I tweeted that last
I
week.
am
I am
suffering.
literally suffering in the food store. I told y'all I've been to the food store the other day, but I went to Cost, right. I needed to get a couple things in particular,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, let me just get a couple other things, right? Whatever. Spend 100 and something dollars, but I still ain't had nothing to make no Sunday dinner. So that make any sense? I had enough to make whatever I was making on Friday.
And that's it.
But when it came down to what I was going to make on Sunday, there was nothing there. I had no options.
Oh,
I can't even remember what we eat or if we eat, but it wasn't solid. I gone out east to my parents and they ordered pizza. Thank God for them. Thank God for the McFees. Cause I ain't had it.
Yeah, but Josh, 1 week you buy, 1 week you get toilet tissue, and 1 week you get fettuccine. It's like you gotta get creative.
So I only
Are
go
we
white
gonna
side
eat the
bogey
tissue?
1 week.
We
what you
would clean the bathroom 1 week, and the next week you would cook. You gotta make it work.
yo?
Yeah,
So
bro.
That's powerful.
I only
Now, mind you, let me. I don't want it. I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to say like I can't afford to buy grocery. I have money to buy grocery, and we do eat in our house. So
it's
I don't want
just
nobody to be like, oh, these gals here they making
no,
money and they around here trying to make it seem like they
no.
broke. I mean, like,
It's
no, I
just
ain't
that
broke.
when
I
you
ain't
go
break,
to the
but I
store and
suffering
shop,
anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
you expect your money to get more things than getting. It's no reason I should go to the shop Friday and Sunday I open my fridge and it's like, well, mother's sick? Huh?
Where the things is, and then it's like
Exactly.
you
Where are the
like every time you go to cook something, you be like, I missing about 3 things. You
Yep.
know,
But we got to make
Shop kitchen,
you got to make it
shop
work.
kitchen.
One of my best decisions I would say is I bought a rice cooker. I bought a rice cooker because I just like the rice cooker. I could put the rice in the water and I could leave it. So it's like dinner for me is be pretty easy. I just get stuff to go with the rice, you know. Breakfast oatmeal in the rice cooker, or I like egg, egg up the vibe in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And then lunch is like either leftovers or sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So I think stuff like that kind of is streamlined, and maybe because I was a bachelor, but I think you got to streamline your grocery shopping. So as far as going to grocery and be a certain type of shopper, I don't buy fancy things no more. I streamline everything. This go with that go with that. The only thing I really would broth on is drinks. Right? I like certain type of drinks. I like the ginger sparkling water
Yeah, I
with
always
the
look for
elderflower.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I like them things. So I would broth and
yeah,
I'd be bougie with the drinks. Right? But everything else, boy, we
yeah.
Well,
go
I
up that rice and tuna, and then we might go for sushi on a
the
Saturday.
people
But
tell me when they saw my
uh,
grocery haul that I be shopping ridiculous. And I can't, that's me. That's me. And also,
Yeah.
I try to streamline my shopping, but I also like to bake every Sunday.
I need Najma to explain to me what this means. The chop kitchen life is real when you ain't got mommy suck Grammy. That
I
what you
guess she's
saying?
saying chop,
She trying to say, like,
chop,
if you don't
chop
have,
like the
if you
TV
don't have,
show, right?
yeah, so if you don't
Yeah,
have this, you just use that. You just make it
you
work
gotta
with what
carry on
you
like mommy and
You gotta
Grammy.
carry, like, you gotta act like it's the chop kitchen.
Yeah, when you ain't get mommy, then you gotta carry on like Grammy. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. The first
I don't know.
Thanks for
whatever. I
trying,
ain't really,
guys.
I'm not.
Thank
But
Something.
yeah, for me with like I grocery store. I did additional. I the grocery store made it life. I try to do like things, but not as often.
Okay.
Like cheese with garlic herbs because oh,
You look
but
like
then
blue cheese and garlic herbs.
on the door, oh, it is what it is. If I just do like a chicken breast and a salad, so I'm like, nah, we're gonna tuna, egg sandwich. Yet.
The egg with the egg sandwich. Listen to me, egg sandwich.
Never
Oh,
failed me yet.
oh, I could go on a tangent. All right,
It
because
is
the ladies would be like, "Oh well, could you cook? You ran out, could you cook? Baby, you ain't never had my egg sandwich, you know? You
I
ain't
love
never had my egg sandwich."
I'll slap it off.
And what I realized, once you take your time with something, or like once you get the niceties for something, because even like people like talk about they gourmet noodles and what's not. If you get some basic, then go bougie with the dressings or the herbs and spices and thing, right?
That's what Leo's
Just
saying.
yeah, the egg sandwich. I put my eggs in and I get feta cheese. Now that little bougie, right? I get my feta cheese with the Italian herbs, and I put a slice of tomato on that, and then I pour
That's
a little bit of olive oil on that. That going, that going for gold. That going for
so
gold,
get off.
definitely.
I
You know what
hear
I'm
that.
saying?
I hear that.
Yeah, you
So
know it, but
yeah.
yeah, egg sandwich. Stop this in the egg sandwich, man.
Eggs, not
I will never diss the egg sandwich, to be
no.
honest. Never
Hot,
diss an egg
soft,
sandwich.
soft and nice, soft and nice, nice and soft. It's nice and
Please,
soft.
No.
please.
When gas first went up, right? A lot of us were tweeting, "What are your jobs doing to help make life more livable for you? To help you deal with it?" Because, like I say, me, I still have rotation, but for people who in office and stuff, I know that some people tweeted that they went to work and they asked like management, "Well, hey, are you gonna let us go back to working from home? Because I literally cannot afford to put the gas in my car that I need to get to work." So, like, has your job done stuff to try and give a little help? Everybody put a face like, "Girl, you dumb?"
Um, as one of the people who work a traditional 9 to 5 in office, I'm here to say that there has been no changes. I do know I work in a unionized environment. That the union is currently reviewing the industrial agreement for my union, and in that review of the new industrial agreement, they are considering a significant bump in the cost of living adjustment. Now, I don't know what the actual executives have to say about what's going on. I mean, really and truly, they don't care. They just come to work here.
That's it.
Just come to work. I don't care how you get here. I mean, you may just have to sacrifice and stop driving your car. Maybe you need to ride a bike to work, but you got to come here to work, and you better be here on time too to swipe
you
at
know,
8:59 and 30 seconds.
Do you feel that it's inconsiderate or is it just making things work?
I think it's inconsiderate because at the end of the day, these companies, they know what they pay you. They know if they give you a living wage or if they do not. And if you see gas is costing more than what some people on your staff making, how is it that you realistically expect them to get to work?
I mean, it ain't our problem, but like managing, especially in a large corporation with a lot of people, you really, I salaries is one thing, but like managing everybody's considerations for those small things could be very, very difficult. You know
But
what I'm
this
saying?
ain't
yeah,
a small thing. This kind of a big thing because this impacts literally your ability to get to the building.
No, I'm
Now,
talking
I
about small
saying
considerations because your car may be working. Ja's foot might just get cut off because she gets sugar. This one may, you know
Mama,
what I'm
you're
saying? Like
wrong.
it could be to be in a big corporation, everybody have little small things that they need to happen for them could be rough, but I think it's good when corporations or businesses put in at least they 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 do some type of policy to kind of make it life a little bit easier. Like where I work, ain't really a corporation, but it's like ain't no real thing about me being late or but like once do the work, I could leave. I could come and go whenever I please, right? I could move all like I could come in the middle of the night do my work for tomorrow, and I don't have to come here tomorrow,
Most
right?
people.
And ain't nobody say nothing to me, right? So it's stuff like that that I feel more corporation could do, but it's gonna take management expertise or mastery.
Yeah.
But that's my
Yeah.
that's my point. Like, I'm not saying give everybody in the corporation a gas voucher. But if you have people in your place of work that could work from home because they have clearly done it before during COVID, why don't you say, well, hey, gas getting a little high. Why don't we bring back rotations? You
Mhm.
could you could do something like you could make a work shuttle. It's not like you have to cater individually to these people, but there are things that these companies can do to alleviate the stresses that people are feeling right now from the price of everything being so astronomically high.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
I
think
agree.
where you can't raise wages, then
You
make the
need,
people comfortable some other kind of way. And like you
yeah,
said, obviously during the um pan
pandemic.
I don't like saying that because we're still in the pandemic,
We
like
still
COVID's
in
still
it.
on the rise,
COVID is not over.
like y'all still
Yeah.
need to stay home. Like we actually should, But
My uncle
during the
just sketch over.
lockdown, then
Yeah,
during the lockdown, we all experience, or a lot of us experience that idea of working from home, and there were some people who thrived in that environment, and there were some people who did not thrive in that environment. And I just feel like in this moment, people should at least have the option. Hey, do you
yeah.
want to save some money on gas? You could work from home. I mean, maybe it also means that your light bill can go up a little bit because you now using all of your own overhead to do what you got to do. But I think it's still, I mean, I'd rather pay a bigger light bill than have to
Have to go to work.
beat
Yeah,
traffic. Because that's my thing too. Like, it ain't even like you like fixing the hours in a way where it's like, hey, you could drive in whenever it's most comfortable for you to drive in.
yeah.
See,
I got to be to work for nine
but
o'clock.
But why I say it's gonna take management mastery, because we can't deny that productivity could go down, it could go up. You're gonna need people who could manage your people. You give everybody hybrid or okay, from you do hybrid or scheduling, that's a rotation that somebody have to manage and enforce, right? You do work from home. Y'all don't like Zoom call. Y'all making me say, she always want to do the Zoom call. And then she say, oh, could y'all put on your camera? She say, well, could y'all put on your camera? Miss, I ain't come here for that. Why you just can't? Da-na-na-na-na. And
Well, I
product,
have it
like,
on my camera because I in my pajamas with the blanket.
exactly, right?
They be on the
Exactly.
toilets.
Exactly,
Okay.
which means there have to be management mastery to the point where you have people who could manage your company in a point where yeah, you work at home, but this the policy and guidelines for you to work at home efficiently so that we could track the productivity of the company
Jobs
still
have these
because
things in place already because they would have had them in place from the time when their staff was mostly working from home.
they wasn't
But
doing it
just
then.
something you have
Yeah,
to
they
bring
weren't
back.
doing it
They
It's
well.
so
wasn't doing it then. People's dropping
I
the
think
water.
yeah, I like there like you said something that's very important. There is a mastery that's needed. And quite frankly, and this is just my experience with working with corporations, there isn't that mastery here because we're saying management, but management is really like your director or like the CEO, CFO, whomever, behaviors, like responses from that is just their job title. They have reports, they have other data. So
yeah.
for them to now come up, okay, how do I manage this economic crisis and productivity, my strategic alignment in my company, and building a product that's going to meet things. It's difficult for you to put something together. That's an actual plan that you put together. that I for pandemic, it was a struggle with like this work from home policy that's put together a schedule. So people kind of scrambling. Yes, they work from home, but I am a firm believer that a lot of our problems are based on lack of data. So
Mhm.
there is
Mm.
no shows that are productive. Like you're productive, bench you would use to measure productivity to say that during this period you were as productive, during this period you were this productive, and we can show an actual evidence increase. And we don't have that information, and so because we don't have that information, make that decision to say, hey, go back to working from home because you're more productive.
My last point. My last point of interjection is, and also, when you send people to work from home, you gotta remember, everybody ain't got a nice computer. Everybody ain't got good internet.
Well, first of all, your
Everybody,
job should send you with their computer.
that's more expensive, you know. But like this, all I'm saying is balancing these things. It just ain't a
Yeah,
flip of the switch, but you know what I'm
It's
saying?
not.
Cause
But all I'm saying is a lot of these policies were in place because of the forced work from home situation.
no, I get you.
So just
I
work on that
just
existing policy and make it
yeah.
better so that you could put it in place whenever there are economic hardships or other things happening where your staff might need to work from home again.
yeah.
Definitely.
I think like before you even make that call, like you need the information, you need the data, like you need to figure out what exactly is the challenge because we're I'm heading into like but issue of economics was around like the rising costs or whatever the case may be. And so Jazz like she would prefer to pay a higher bill at home than paying for a gas of going
Uh,
still paying more. Like those are attracting the actual increase in price isn't the problem here. It's her just not wanting to be in office. So you sending me home isn't I think the point of the in price. You know what I mean? So we
yeah.
can't just say, hey, that's going to resolve the
So really they need to
situation
pay us
because
more. That's what you get. Not they need to pay us more. And I
but
agree.
some people don't want to be paid more. It might even help if you like
Hmm.
Where
no,
they at?
honestly like not that they don't want to get paid more. Don't keep them on the job. That won't make them sad. That won't make them happy. Like people like different things. People like security. Someone you may say, well, oh, let me just person an additional $5,000, right? And
Mhm.
then you opt to not pay them the $5,000, but give them after school care, give them lunch delivery, allow them to come in for 10, 30. Those are very small costs. Those things make them easier. But unless you actually know what this person values, you making a decision on your assumptions, like it's not going to be valuable to that person. So you need to figure out like what is the root cause issue. And this is my proposal, guys. So this is my
Okay, so that I understand that. I understand that. I mean, I guess so. I got a little carried away when you say some people don't want to make more money. So,
people would anyone would enjoy money.
but if those other things are on the table, if I had to choose between those things, the things that are more convenient for me, rather than like you say, $5,000 increase, I'm gonna go with the thing. Like, I mean, I am a mother, so obviously if I could have childcare at work, I would love that. Then I wouldn't
Mhm.
have to worry about what to do when my child get out of school at 3 o'clock and stuff like that. I mean, and even if he get to go buy his Grammy and that don't cost me anything, it still would be good to know that, there's an opportunity for him to be right here with me, and I don't
Yeah.
have to impose on anybody to have my child there or whatever. I mean, but anyways, at the end of the day, we having these conversations, and it is very is it really hypothetical? It's not hypothetical because we're living in this moment now, right? But let's be real.
Are the people in the key positions going to take anything we
They
say?
don't
No.
care. No, they
That
don't
but they're
care.
they don't care, but they honestly don't have the capacity or bandwidth to care.
Yeah.
Like
And
that is
then
like I said, that's a small part of their job. So you saying,
it
well, hey, pay us extra or do this, they be like,
yeah,
well, I don't want to be here either.
it has to it has to it has to affect their bottom line. And how
Yeah.
I just see it, if I had gold in a pen, it easy to keep all the gold in the same pen. I know all the gold here. Okay, I can fix the date, make sure the date comfortable. Y'all do your work. Then 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I open the goat pen. Y'all go home, right? And it's easier to manage the goats in a pen. You
Send these
know,
good
that's
guys.
the whole thing. You don't want to be the goat. Don't be the goat then. Just don't
Jesus.
smell bad.
I
Tell you what.
wanted to ask a question that's not on our show notes.
Okay.
But obviously, with gas going up and other things going up, it also means that other things, like for instance, travel, um, is also very high. I've noticed that I see people talk a lot about how much Ubers and Lyfts have increased, how much flight prices have increased. So how is that impacting you guys as y'all plan travel, be in summertime and all that? So like, what what kind of things are you doing differently to plan your summer travels or any trips that you may have coming up and stuff like that?
Go with my parents.
I am the parent.
What was the question again, Jess?
Like, how are you going about planning
Travel.
travel and
Stuff
stuff like
like
that, like
that.
vacations?
When you
Go with
break, you don't travel like that. I mean, like I understand travel is this thing where I gotta travel, I gotta live my life, and all these type of things. But we gotta I mean, not we, but I think it should be. People should not forget that travel is luxury,
Yes.
right? It's a lot of people. Even growing up, because we like you all like to watch shock treatment, and they'd say, "I never even been off Nassau. I ain't even never been a Lutra," and these are the reality for a lot of
Oh
people.
my
And
god.
it's like, I mean, we see social media and everybody, "Well, we in Bali, then girl, we going to Greece, and then we going these things." If you could budget and you can make it work, make it work. But I really see travel as a luxury, a super luxury. Now, it'd be nice to go now and again, but it ain't something that I would put into my life as must, or that I would encourage people to say, if you want to travel 3 times a year, you want living. This your life. This your life. You just go to the movies every month, and then I don't do that. Like traveling is a real luxury. You know, that's how I see it.
All
For
right.
me,
So planning
travel
traveling.
is a luxury that I enjoy.
you
Um,
know, have a Leo trip.
Stop it at once. Um, no, but for me, like, I have definitely been using my points. So, like, I sign up for, like, I'm a Marriott member. This isn't sponsored by the way, Marriott, Delta, and I use my credit card a lot. Like for pretty much every purchase, I use my credit card. As my credit card is a travel credit card, so I get points for that as well. So I do that to try and get some of the costs because I'm still working from home. I I am a bit more flexible, so I try to travel on days that are they have cheaper tickets. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, but once you get into the weekend, like the
It's a
tickets
one.
on prices are going to go up. So I try to do that as well, alleviate some of the costs. And then y'all have friends, like go and stay with friends who have extra rooms. You can do
Yeah.
that. And then what I try to do is like people will be like, "Oh, you want a world tour," which sometimes yes, but I find that once I'm in the U.S., it's easier for me to travel domestically in the U.S. So instead of me going somewhere, coming back home, I'll just go over there and I'll be like, okay, then I'll travel here, then I'll travel here, and usually like 9 miles or any other points for like domestic travel is way cheaper. So, like one time, I think I got a ticket for like $7. So
Love.
it's very easy to do that domestically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still comfortable, but I'm trying to,
I
you know,
am gonna I just
Yeah.
go to friends.
Jasmine is the
I
parent.
am the
She is
parent,
holding the passport.
and right now, my mommy, she's watching the live. She just said travel is a luxury. She's scared to go to the States, so I can't even go with my mommy and see if she could, break me off a couple
No,
$100 or something like that.
no.
So I am the parent. I am the one funding my
Good job.
child's dream vacation. You know, I mean, like, I am once again, I am very grateful that
You could do it.
I could do it, right?
Yeah.
But obviously it means that now you have to just
You just have to
be
think of
more creative, look for deals when you can find them. And I listen, we are bougie travelers here. At least I know that for myself and for Leo. Number one, we ain't going to no cheap hotel with
nowhere.
no scratchy sheet and things like that. We ain't doing that.
Them
I
CD
don't.
No.
CD.
Yeah,
No, no,
we
that's a no.
ain't doing that.
Dog.
Them sheet with the
No.
couscous on it.
Uh,
Couscous.
oh yeah,
But like
no.
like just figure out how to do the kind of thing you want to do within your budget.
With a budget,
And if
yeah.
and if it can't work, if you don't do all the math you could do and it still does not work,
Then you
sit
just can't.
this year out and go
That's it.
next year.
Yeah.
That's all.
And
It
you
ain't
could
hard.
plan in advance.
Yeah. So if you realize like I trying for this year and nothing happening, you could say, okay, well maybe I need to make it a winter trip instead of a summer trip because summer I just don't have it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Do
And,
so,
and then summer I won't be here because my old sort so I could plan the trip for
and
the
I also
summer.
don't want to be here because if
You know what
I
I'm
ever keep in
saying?
here, I don't want to be on my life raft.
But then, hey, you need to have enough money if you can't come back.
Pain.
You know.
That's
Pain.
Anyhow.
I live like a refugee.
I know we soon wrap up, but I got one last small tangent.
Okay.
Um, Josh, you have the electric vehicle. When you hit the high water, you would say, "Oh, I don't get shock," or like how you would feel hitting the high water. You know, we had a lot of water and rain.
Number
Because
one,
I really want an electric vehicle.
God.
Like, I
Jasmine have a
wanna. Well,
I have a hybrid.
I want an electric vehicle. I had a hybrid, and then I sent it to the island. But I want a fully electric vehicle. I want to start, going into the next decade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I had actually considered getting a fully electric vehicle. Um, the options that were available on island at the time just weren't what I was interested in. It was either the car was too small, like the Nissan Leaf. I can't
No.
take no small car. I'm not doing it. And then the other options were the BYD cars, and my daddy was like, "Nah, nope, don't get them. I don't like them." And I mean,
they seem nice though.
he talked, and I also asked other people about their experience driving the BYD cars
I
and stuff
remember you
like
was
that.
asking about that. Yeah.
And I got some feedback. I mean, some people liked it. Some people thought that the make of some of the cars were felt kind of cheap, and the ones that were really nice clearly were like
Oh
ninety
yeah.
thousand dollars. Eh,
Yeah.
who buying
Yeah.
a car for $90,000 in this economy? Not me.
On this
But
land.
no, I don't consider getting shocked in my hybrid car.
That's something
I
I
don't.
think about. Like when people go in the high water, you see the video of the guy car catch a fire, and I say, if I get electric car and I go in this high water, you know, what the some to think about. And a lot
Yeah.
of this car we bring over these lemons, we bring over get water damage and flood damage, and it's just one of these episodes need to be car, just car things. You know what I'm
Not the
saying?
Fast and Furious.
It's car things. It's like, cause it's, car. Let's talk about car. You know.
I want to we have another there is another question that we supposed to discuss, but honestly truly now I think we need to do like a mini show to discuss what the governments with the government's role in this inflation and rise in cost of living, um, is for us. I mean, because I mean, obviously we live in a new day, and we know that the PLP are the people's government. They do the things that make us happy. So I think that's actually a big conversation that needs
Yeah.
to be discussed. I don't want us to
Do
relegate
it,
it to,
but
2 minutes.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
I think we definitely need to do like a little special, like the Too Damn High special.
Yeah, we may need to get somebody who work in government to
Yeah.
to
At least it,
come
at
visit
least the
us.
government comms.
Yes,
At least.
yes.
I think we should put that out.
I think Kim should be our guest.
I literally think I think that's very useful.
So yeah, so I think we'll wrap it up here because we done been on here for an hour and 20 minutes,
And
and so yeah,
so this was a fun
I
one.
it really was.
Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts from you, sir?
My final thoughts is, I just now realizing, you know how you be like, I don't want to do no stigma or be,
Oh,
but
gee.
like you remember in college or whatever, all the art students used to be little break, or they used to be little, lay down in the grass, little lay down in the grass and hike ride and, you know, same clothes, right? But shout out to my art students for real, or, because they would say that, those creative people, they usually don't make as much money, or they okay with being break, or they okay with living their life on a certain line for their creativity.
Yeah,
And right, and being in a creative field, I feel that, but it just came home to me that way. They say the creative people is be break, but if you break, you need to get creative.
Pardon, please.
That's my final.
okay.
That's my
I
final words.
we
That's my final
appreciate
thoughts there.
we appreciate your final thoughts, Pan. For
Please.
me, I do believe that number one, I can live. I am going to live life, right? Um, I don't know how long we have until it get like extremely crazy, and we cannot do the things that we enjoy, like just popping over to a bar and getting yourself a nice apple martini at altitude. That's not sponsored either, but they need to. They need
Bye.
to. But like, I'm gonna do the things that I enjoy doing because I mean, also life is short, right? You could be doing all these things and you saving all this money and this and that or whatever. People dying every day. So at the end
Yeah.
of the day, like live your life, but also find ways to make it work. Don't be wallowing in being break. I don't claim break on my life. And also, if you realize that you're not making enough to afford the cost of living, you're going to have to make some adjustments in your life, whether it's finding a new job that's going to pay you more, or maybe you're going to have to take on a little side hustle, or you're just going to have to sacrifice on some of the things that you enjoy. Now, for
Or you
me, I sacrifice and I can hustle to make the money I need to do
or
the
if you
things I like to do.
back home.
I can't go back home.
I mean not you. But if you are a single person and you out the house, you have an apartment and you realize like this really ain't working for me. Let me tell you something lately, like my TikTok has been for some reason, people who are like, I couldn't make it. So I am back home now and honestly I'm loving it. And that might have to be your option.
That's going to save you hundreds of dollars every month. So why not?
On
Like,
Why
car insurance
not?
by switching to Geico. Uh,
Why not?
at least
Trust
maybe then you could have some smoked salmon and cream cheese on a
I had
me,
bagel.
smoked
because
salmon. I
now
had
all
smoked
you gotta
salmon
do is
last
buy
week.
your grocery. I mean, honestly, even I've been like, some days I've been like, boy, I wonder if I should go home. But then I realized like that's Freeport. So that's the only thing stopping me. But if somebody in Freeport was to call me and be like, I got something for you, I'd be like,
And I wouldn't blame
yeah.
you.
No, facts.
so if
Um, okay.
you have any other thoughts, Leo, go ahead.
No, yeah, I was just saying my final thoughts. I think the common theme was life is just about balance. Um, you're just gonna have to find a way, if you can, but find a way to balance gas, groceries, working from home, working hybrid,
And
getting
you
a hybrid vehicle, like just taking 2 to 3 trips versus one trip, just finding the balance. Like I always say, like everybody has their thing. So like you could get on me like groceries or get on someone else for travel or get on someone for their car. Like everybody has their thing that they're gonna devote their time and money and energy into.
yeah.
So if that's your thing, like I you should continue to do your thing. But find other areas to like cut back. Or like Jazz says, get an extra or a side hustle, do what you have to do, but just balance things out. You can't just live it up in every area of your life. That's just where we at right now.
And like Najma say, the chop kitchen life is real when you ain't got mommy suck Grammy. You went bring I know what that mean. But buddy, that's the final thought. That's the final thought for today.
That's it. Thank
You ain't
y'all.
got mommy. Mm-mm.
Oh God.
Mm-mm.
Thank y'all for making it so far in the show and this season. Like we said, it's episode 9. Only one more to go. Whether
Except
you,
we may have a 9.5 unless we just
yeah,
make the last episode the part two to this.
maybe we got to think about it.
We gotta think about
That's
it.
a option. So whether you've been listening to us as you drive, well, I hope not, because that's a little unsafe since we live. But if you if you driving, if you home, if you to work, wherever you at, you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here with us. If you listen this far to the show, whether you listen live or listening later, let us know, how are you managing this ghetto time? Because
This
it's
is a
ghetto.
Joneser convention.
This is actually a Joseph convention. Tweet us or send us a DM if you rather, be anonymous. You can find us at Dinner with Jay-Z on Twitter and Instagram. Be sure to share this pod with someone if you liked it and if you didn't know. This is a solid pod.
I wonder if they serve refreshments to the Johnson convention.
You ain't
Gin and
want that.
water.
You ain't want that.
Gin and water.